first it was interview that scared you. Now, I mean, it scared you and it scared me also. Now that you have cleared the interview, there are butterflies in your stomach, which is not being stopped. Butterflies for what? How do I talk to my co-workers? What will I wear on the day one of my job? These things are bothering you, and it has bothered me also. So I'm just going to share certain things which has helped me and which may help you also. So that is why I've created this video. So we all know that communicating effectively with colleagues allows us to maintain higher level of trust. Trust is important, which creates more collaborative and enjoyable work environment. And wherever you're working, you want that your environment should be enjoyable, right? So, hi, my name is Rosalie and you're watching my channel Business Communication. Here I'm going to share what I've learned in my due course of experience, and wherever I worked, I've experienced certain things which I'm going to share it with you. And my suggestion here is, try to be friendly, happy intonation. Your intonation should be happy so that they means the others feel they are really glad to see them. They should feel that you are really glad to see them. And then starting a conversation. When you start a conversation in your office, have positive attitude. That has to be expressed through your tone of voice, and that's what helps them feel that you are ready to talk to them, you're ready to mingle with them, you're ready to be part of them. Hope you might have watched my previous video, Communication in English, Daily Sentences for Beginners. I've given that so that your fear of English can be removed. And even I've created a video in Gujarati, which means when I tell you not to have fear in speaking Gujarati, I had fear of speaking Gujarati. So I thought of removing it and showing it to that if I can speak Gujarati, you can speak English. So for getting these kind of informative videos, I request you to subscribe my channel and also mention in the comment section that what would you like to have in next coming videos. What kind of professional videos should I create for you so that it becomes useful for you? So let's start with when you meet a new person in the office. So when you meet a new person in the office, don't get scared. He's also a human being. You are also a human being. So, I mean, it's okay. I mean, you meet with a smile. You can say, hi, my name is Rosalie. May I know your name? Be polite, gentle. Say, hi, my name is Rosalie. May I know your name? Suppose the person says, my name is Meera. Then you can say, hi Meera, nice to meet you. Like, as I said, your intonation should tell that you are ready to talk to them. You are ready to mingle with them. So that is very important. When you call the person with name, that creates a big impression. Because that person gave you your name. That means that person is saying, call me by my name. You can say, I have joined duty recently as. You can give your title, whether you are an intern, you are a developer, whatever you are, whatever your position is, you can say, I have joined my duty recently as whatever your title is. You can also say, I joined yesterday as your title, give your title. Or you can say, I'm working in the whichever department, in an account department, in HR department, whichever department. So you can mention that also when you are meeting the first person. You can also ask the person, which is your department? Then that person will reply something. We will see that later. You can also ask, you're working as a question mark. The person will give you some answer. Have you been working here for so long? Or how long have you been working here? You can also ask, this organization has how many employees? So that person will feel, oh, this person is really interested in this particular organization. And you start the conversation and that person will give you the answer. So you have started the conversation. Now, say for example, always starting the conversation, then you have to go further with the conversation. There will be some other different scenario when you are when you're working in the organization. You may want to ask somebody, how are you? Right? Asking how are you. Some people have a confusion. How do we ask how are you? Now, as said, how are you is old school. However, we have alternatives. And if you feel that how are you is robotic, there are more ways to ask, or there are more ways to replace how are you. So let us see. There are certain ways which I am going to share with you. You can ask, how's everything? When you meet a person, you can say, how's everything? How is it going? Which means, how's the work going? But always you cannot ask the same thing again and again. How's everything? How is it going? You cannot ask every time the same question. Otherwise, it also will become robotic. Now we have another alternative. You can also ask the person, how are you doing today? So the person will reply something. How are you doing this morning? Or if you are met in the afternoon, you can say, how are you doing this afternoon? But not in the evening, maybe. You can try it. Has your day been busy so far? You can ask that also. Instead of asking how are you, and how are you, you can ask these things with, and you can also ask, what are you currently working on? So by the expression of the person, you will come to know how is the person, and then the conversation may move further. What else you need? Conversation. Some people have some other confusions also. When to say hey and when to say hi. Younger generation, this may be useful for you. So you can use hey or hi to greet someone instead of hello. It's, as I said, it's popular among younger generation. However, you should know when to use hey or hi. Now, hi is appropriate to use in any casual situation. Remember, hi is appropriate to use in any casual situation, and hey is for people whom you already met. Hey is for people whom you already met. So it is not a good idea to greet a stranger with hey. He or she would get confused. Please remember, hey always doesn't mean hello. Hey also can be used to call for someone's attention towards you when you do not know that person's name. When you do not know that person's name. So there are two ways that you can use hey. If you want to remain polite, you can always stick to how are you. There is no question about it. Even though it is old school, how are you is always welcomed. Okay? So up till now, how are you? You were asking, right? What if somebody asks you the same thing? Then what will you do? You will have to reply something, right? So you can say, I'm doing well, I feel good, I am well, and you? I feel different today. Fine, thank you, but I am not peaceful nowadays. Maybe something is going on at home, maybe something is going on in his mind. So you can reply, you can give these kind of reply. Then if somebody is asking which department, I am in accounts section. How long have you been working? I have been working for more than 6 years. If somebody, there was a question, how many employees are there? This organization has got 600 employees. Then as the conversation starts, you can continue. Do you have lot of work? You can ask that question. That's great. Oh, can I ask you some questions? If you have some questions, and if you are new to the place, you can ask some questions. But before that, you need to ask permission. Don't just bombard it with question. Do you know any good places to eat around here? Do you know any places to eat around here? So you can ask that question and the person will reply to you if that person knows if there is any place that you can eat around or hang around. Then answers to few questions when somebody asks, My afternoon being kind of good. How about yours? This morning I had pretty hectic, but I like it that way. It keeps me focused. See, as you're growing or as you're growing in talking, your sentences are increasing little bit. So that is how you get confidence. You can also say, thank you so much for sharing. What? Sharing the information, sharing the knowledge, whatever. Just don't say thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for sharing whatever it has been shown or given the courtesy to. Like say for example, thank you for showing me the office around. If you are new, somebody will show you the office. Now that you have learned many sentences, let's take a small break and I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, and the answers you please mention it in the comment section. It will be fun. The first question is, what is the spelling of 12th? What is the spelling of 12th? The second one is, he is in the bracket good, fine, well. Choose any option or all of the option. He is good, fine, well person. Please give the answer in the comment section. It is going to be fun, as I said. So this was just a small break from the routine talk that I was giving. I hope you have enjoyed this small question and it might have given you some time to think, oh, the spelling of 12th. Please don't Google, write your own answer. Okay. So when you're new, you may not know all the places of the organization or the company. You may have to ask some people, where is this, where is that? So asking where the place or the thing is or things are. Main thing is, where can I find washroom? Where can I find restroom? Or where can I find the cafeteria? So you can, simple sentences you can ask, right? Okay, you can also ask, where is the account department? Why account department? Because you may have to give your bank detail or Aadhaar card or anything that you want to give. That's the first department that everybody goes. Where is the account department? I need some office supplies like file, stapler. Where can I get it from? Okay, so you can ask these questions. Now, most of the sentences we have covered for day 1 or week 1. Now comes the dress. What should I wear? Should I wear tie? Should I not wear tie? Tie or no tie? High heels or flat shoes? Yes, and everybody knows that first impression is the first, it does count, right? So I would say do some research and dress appropriately so that you don't feel a fish out of the water sitting on your desk. So that you don't feel like a fish out of the water sitting on your desk. Something new? Yes, it is phrase. Some of the phrases also, if you can master it, then it will be helpful. Fish out of the water means, I'll tell you the meaning also, feeling uncomfortable in an unfamiliar situation. You are new, so you are unfamiliar, and if everybody is in casual and you are informal, then you will definitely feel like a fish out of the water. When the fish is out of the water, the fish is uncomfortable, right? So you have seen that. It has to go back to water. It has to go back to normal. So I hope you understood the meaning of fish out of the water. Okay? So it's okay to ask the HR during the final interview if they follow any dress code during Monday to Friday. If you are joining from any day between Monday to Friday. The next phrase that we are going to do is break the ice. Everybody has seen an ice. It is frozen. It is when it is frozen, it is stiff. You can't even hold it. It's very cold. When you break, it melts, and then it has got its own flow. Same way for human being, when they are nervous, when they are confused, when they are stressed, they are like an ice. Day 1 of the job is like you are frozen. So please break that ice. Okay, so please relieve the tension. That is what it means. Break the ice. So take every opportunity to introduce yourself to others in the office, both formal and informal situation. Okay, so both formal and informal situation, so that you can stand out from the crowd. Something new. Stand out from the crowd. Yes, another phrase. This is the third phrase. I guess this is the last one I would be taking as a phrase. Standing out of the crowd, which means everybody in different department will say, oh, there is somebody called this person has joined this organization. Everybody will come to know. So day one, week one, you have told that you are present, you are existing, right? So that sounds good for everyone and for you also. And you have made yourself noticed to different department. Now, right now this, when I'm recording this video, it is pandemic situation. So in this pandemic situation, usually most of the companies give work from home. So you can ask also, while talking to your colleague, you can ask, is anyone working from home? Somebody, they will give you some response. Okay. Suppose you worked a lot, and when you want to tell your colleagues, after a long working hour, let's take a break. Okay. You can tell them, it has been long working hour, let's take a break. Alright, so you can tell your workers, because sometimes it is good idea to take a break, come back refreshed and do rest of the work. So moving further with the sentences, how long have you been working here? Can I take some print? I need some paper clips. When you want that, paper clips. These are stationary vocabulary. Can I take some print? I need some paper clips. I need some paper. I need some filing cabinets. Filing cabinets in an office, file is going to be there. So you need cupboards. Usually don't say I need a cupboard. Cupboard is at home. You'll say you need a filing cabinet. Okay, so the new word is filing cabinet. And according to me, I guess this can help you to start your day one or week one of your job. For this much vocabulary, and as you master this, you will get other sentences also. And that's the fun of being proficient in whatever you are talking. Relax and practice these with everyone, and you will be fine to go. If you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe. Stay home, stay safe, and wish you good luck for your new career wherever you are working. Thank you.